Imagine a city that stretches over 100 miles in a straight line through the desert, or a resort that boasts the world's largest sphere, with over 18 million square feet of LED screens. These aren't just pipe dreams, they're real megaprojects that are reshaping our planet as we speak. Join us as we count down the top 10 most impressive megaprojects of our time. These colossal undertakings are pushing the boundaries of what's possible in architecture and engineering. From a futuristic linear city in Saudi Arabia to a massive sphere in Las Vegas, these projects are defined by their unprecedented scale and ambition. They're not just buildings, but visions of a future where the built environment seamlessly integrates cutting-edge technology, sustainability, and human-centered design. The Sphere. The Sphere in Las Vegas. This colossal structure isn't just another casino or hotel, it's a glimpse into the future of entertainment. Rising 366 feet high and spanning 516 feet wide, the Sphere is set to become the largest spherical structure in the world. But it's not just its size that impresses. The exterior of this megastructure will be covered in 580,000 square feet of fully programmable LED panels, turning it into a massive digital canvas that can be seen from miles away. Inside, the Sphere will house a venue unlike any other. With over 18 million square feet of LED screens, 164,000 speakers, and room for 7,500 guests, it will offer an immersive audiovisual experience that pushes the boundaries of what's possible in live entertainment. Imagine concerts, product launches, or esports tournaments where the entire venue becomes part of the show. But building a structure of this scale and complexity is no easy feat. The Sphere's unique shape presents significant engineering challenges, from ensuring structural integrity to controlling the interior climate. To overcome these hurdles, the project team is leveraging cutting-edge construction techniques and materials such as 3D modeling, prefabrication, and advanced steel fabrication. One of the most impressive aspects of the Sphere is its exosphere, the outer shell that will support the LED panels. This intricate steel lattice, weighing 730 tons, had to be assembled on the ground and then lifted into place in one piece using a custom-built crane. It's a testament to the incredible precision and planning required to bring this project to life. Beyond its technical marvels, the Sphere also represents a bold vision for the future of Las Vegas and the entertainment industry as a whole. As part of the larger MSG Sphere complex, which will include a 400,000 square foot venue in London, it's poised to set a new standard for immersive, technology-driven experiences. It's not just a building, but a platform for a new era of live events. Marina Bay Sands. Rising like a gleaming beacon above Singapore's skyline, the Marina Bay Sands resort is a testament to human ingenuity and architectural daring. This iconic complex, with its 3 soaring towers topped by a sleek surfboard-shaped sky park, has become a symbol of the city-state's aspirations and a marvel of modern engineering. The construction of Marina Bay Sands was no small feat. Each of its 55-story towers weighs over 280,000 tons, requiring deep foundations that extend over 160 feet into the ground. To ensure stability, the towers were built using a top-down construction method, where the basement and above-ground levels were constructed simultaneously. But the real engineering magic happens at the top. Spanning over 1,000 feet across the 3 towers, the Sky Park is an architectural wonder in its own right. This massive cantilevered platform, longer than the Eiffel Tower is tall, seems to defy gravity as it juts out over the edge of the towers. Supporting this 1.2-hectare park 57 stories above the ground required some serious engineering muscle. The Sky Park rests on 4 movement joints, each weighing over 250 tons, that allow it to withstand the natural forces of wind and temperature changes. A system of over 650 jacks, each capable of lifting 25 tons, was used to lift the Sky Park into place with millimeter precision. The result is a gravity-defying space that offers 360-degree views of the Singapore skyline. The Sky Park features an infinity pool, observation deck, restaurants, and gardens, creating a stunning oasis high above the city. Its lush greenery, designed by renowned landscape architects, PWP Landscape Architecture, softens the edges of the steel and concrete megastructure. But Marina Bay Sands is more than just an engineering feat. It's a city within a city. The complex houses a casino, convention center, theater, museum, luxury shops, and restaurants, all seamlessly integrated into its iconic design. Its art science museum, shaped like a giant lotus flower, has become a cultural landmark in its own right. The impact of Marina Bay Sands on Singapore's skyline and its tourism industry cannot be overstated. Since opening in 2010, it has attracted millions of visitors and become an instant icon. But building at this scale also comes with challenges. The resort's construction was not without controversy, with concerns raised about its environmental impact, labor practices, and social costs. As with any mega project, balancing ambition with responsibility is an ongoing challenge. Despite these challenges, Marina Bay Sands stands as a powerful symbol of human achievement. Its gravity-defying sky park, iconic architecture, and engineering marvels have pushed the boundaries of what's possible in urban design. The Mukaab. In the heart of the Arabian Desert, a colossal structure is taking shape that promises to redefine the boundaries of architecture and engineering. The Mukaab, a cube-shaped super-tall skyscraper, is set to become one of the largest buildings in the world, with a staggering floor area of 1.4 million square meters. This megaproject, backed by the Saudi Arabian government, is not just a building, but a symbol of the country's ambition and its vision for the future. The Mukaab's unique design is a marvel of architectural ingenuity. Its cube shape, with each side measuring 400 meters in length and height, creates an imposing presence on the skyline. The exterior of the building will feature a dynamic facade that can be illuminated with digital displays, turning the entire structure into a giant screen. Inside, the Mukaab will house a variety of functions, including residential units, hotels, offices, entertainment venues, and even a vertical city complete with its own transportation system. But the Mukaab is more than just an architectural spectacle. It's a cultural and economic catalyst for Saudi Arabia. The project is part of the country's Vision 2030 plan, which aims to diversify the economy and reduce dependence on oil revenue. By creating a new landmark destination, the Mukaab is expected to attract millions of visitors and generate significant tourism revenue. It's also intended to showcase Saudi Arabia's cultural heritage, with plans for a museum, library, and cultural center within the complex. Construction of the Mukaab is no small feat, requiring innovative engineering solutions and a massive workforce. The building's foundation alone will be one of the largest in the world, with over 200 piles driven deep into the ground to support the structure's immense weight. To construct the cube shape, a novel structural system using a diagrid exoskeleton will be employed, allowing for large open spaces inside. Advanced building technologies, such as 3D printing and modular construction, will also be used to streamline the construction process. As with any megaproject, the Mukaab has its share of challenges and controversies. Some have questioned the feasibility and environmental impact of building such a massive structure in the desert. However, proponents of the project argue that it will create thousands of jobs, spur economic growth, and put Saudi Arabia on the map as a global destination. Patronus Towers. Rising like twin sentinels above the Kuala Lumpur skyline, the Patronus Towers are a testament to Malaysia's ambition and architectural prowess. These sleek, tapered skyscrapers, each standing over 450 meters tall, are set to become the tallest buildings in Southeast Asia upon completion, but their height is just one aspect of what makes these towers so impressive. The Patronus Towers' unique design is a marvel of engineering and aesthetics. The towers feature a distinctive diagrid exoskeleton, a lattice of steel beams that crisscross the exterior, providing both structural support and a striking visual pattern. This innovative system allows for large open floor plates inside, offering flexibility for a variety of uses. But building towers of this scale is no easy feat, especially in a region prone to seismic activity and high winds. To ensure stability, the Patronus Towers employ a sophisticated damping system that counteracts the forces of wind and earthquakes. This system includes a series of fluid-filled dampers at the top of each tower. The tower's foundation is equally impressive. Beyond their engineering marvels, the Patronus Towers are also designed with sustainability in mind. The towers feature a range of green technologies, from rainwater harvesting to solar panels to a district cooling system that reduces energy consumption. The diagrid exoskeleton also serves an environmental purpose, shading the interior and reducing heat gain, thus minimizing the need for air conditioning. As the Patronus Towers rise above the Kuala Lumpur skyline, they are already becoming a symbol of Malaysia's aspirations and a new icon for the region. Their sleek, modern design and towering height make them visible from miles away. The towers are expected to attract businesses, residents, and visitors from around the world, cementing Kuala Lumpur's status as a global city. But the Patronus Towers are more than just a pair of skyscrapers. They represent a broader trend in urban development. As cities around the world grapple with the challenges of population growth, climate change, and economic competition, megaprojects like the Patronus Towers offer a glimpse of a future where architecture and engineering can rise to meet these challenges. Forest City. Imagine a city rising from the sea, not just as a feat of engineering, but as a model of sustainable living. This is the vision behind Forest City, a $100 billion project taking shape off the coast of Malaysia. Forest City is no ordinary urban development. Spanning across 4 artificial islands in the Straits of Johor, this city of the future is designed to blend seamlessly with nature. The project aims to create a sustainable urban oasis that could house up to 700,000 residents upon completion. What sets Forest City apart is its ambitious approach to eco-friendly design. The city is planned to be covered in greenery, with vertical gardens, rooftop forests, and green spaces integrated into every aspect of its architecture. This lush landscaping isn't just for aesthetics. It serves a practical purpose, acting as a natural cooling system and helping to reduce the urban heat island effect. But the project's green credentials extend beyond its foliage. Forest City is designed to be a smart city, with a host of sustainable features woven into its infrastructure. These include a comprehensive water management system that collects, treats, and recycles water, as well as a renewable energy grid powered by solar panels and other green technologies. The city's transportation network is equally forward-thinking, with plans for a comprehensive public transit system, electric vehicle charging stations, and a network of pedestrian and cycling paths to encourage car-free living. The goal is to create a city where everything residents need, from schools to hospitals to leisure facilities, is within a 10-minute walk, reducing the need for carbon-intensive travel. Of course, building a sustainable city from scratch is no small feat, and Forest City has faced its share of challenges and controversies. The project has been criticized for its potential environmental impact, with concerns raised about the effects of land reclamation on marine ecosystems and local fishing communities. There have also been questions about the project's economic viability and its appeal to potential residents, particularly in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, which has reshuffled priorities and challenged assumptions about urban living. Despite these challenges, Forest City represents a bold vision for the future of sustainable urban development. Its innovative approach to architecture, landscaping, and infrastructure could set new standards for how we build and live in cities. The Line. In the arid expanses of Saudi Arabia, a revolutionary concept is taking shape, a city that stretches not up, but across the horizon. This is The Line, a linear urban utopia that promises to redefine the very fabric of urban living. Spanning a staggering 170 kilometers across the desert, The Line is no ordinary city. It's a groundbreaking urban concept that reimagines the traditional city layout, eschewing the sprawling concentric patterns of most modern metropolises for a streamlined, linear design. This city of the future is envisioned as a series of interconnected, walkable communities, each one a self-contained urban module housing up to 1 million residents. The architectural vision behind The Line is as ambitious as it is innovative. The city is designed to be entirely car-free, with all essential daily services, from schools to healthcare facilities, accessible within a 5-minute walk. High-speed rail will connect the communities, allowing for end-to-end transit within 20 minutes. This compact, pedestrian-centric design not only promotes a healthier, more sustainable lifestyle, but also frees up vast swathes of land for preservation and rewilding. But The Line is more than just an exercise in urban planning. It's a bold reimagining of what a city can and should be. The project, part of Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 plan, is designed to be a model for sustainable, technology-driven living. The city will be powered entirely by renewable energy, with a focus on solar and wind power. Advanced technologies, from artificial intelligence to the Internet of Things, will be woven into every aspect of the city's infrastructure, creating a truly smart, responsive urban environment. Of course, building a city from scratch in the desert is no small feat, and the line has its share of skeptics and critics. Some have questioned the feasibility of the project, citing the challenges of constructing in such a harsh, remote environment. Others have raised concerns about the social and cultural implications of such a tightly controlled, technologically mediated urban space. Despite these challenges, the line represents a bold, imaginative leap into the future of urban design. Its linear layout, pedestrian-centric planning, and emphasis on sustainability and technology offer a compelling vision of what cities could be in the 21st century and beyond. Gigafactory. The Gigafactory, a pioneering facility dedicated to the mass production of electric vehicles and the batteries that power them. Spanning over 1.9 million square feet, the Gigafactory is a marvel of industrial engineering. This mammoth complex, a joint venture between Tesla and Panasonic, is designed to be the world's largest building by footprint upon completion. Its scale is truly staggering. The facility could house over 90 Boeing 747 jumbo jets within its walls. But the Gigafactory is more than just an oversized warehouse. It's a sophisticated, highly automated manufacturing hub that's pushing the boundaries of what's possible in terms of production efficiency and sustainability. The facility is designed to be entirely powered by renewable energy, with a vast solar array spanning the roof and additional power coming from nearby wind and geothermal sources. Inside, state-of-the-art robotics and advanced manufacturing techniques are employed to streamline the production process. From the raw materials to the finished battery packs and electric motors, every aspect of the manufacturing chain is optimized for speed, precision, and minimal waste. At full capacity, the Gigafactory is expected to produce more lithium-ion batteries annually than were produced worldwide in 2013. Of course, building a facility of this scale in the middle of the desert is no easy feat. The Gigafactory has faced its share of challenges, from the logistical complexities of construction in a remote location to the technical difficulties of scaling up cutting-edge manufacturing processes. There have also been questions about the environmental impact of such a large-scale operation, particularly in terms of water usage in a drought-prone region. Despite these challenges, the Gigafactory represents a monumental leap forward in the transition to sustainable transportation. By dramatically scaling up the production of electric vehicles and driving down the cost of the batteries that power them, this facility could help to accelerate the shift away from fossil fuels and towards a cleaner, greener future of mobility. As the Gigafactory ramps up production, its impact is already being felt across the automotive industry and beyond. It has spurred a wave of investment and innovation in electric vehicle technology, with major automakers and startups alike racing to develop their own electric models and battery production facilities. Looking to the future, the Gigafactory is just the beginning of what could be a major transformation in how we manufacture and power our vehicles. Hinckley Point C. On the Somerset coast of the UK, a pioneering nuclear power plant is taking shape that could help to meet the country's growing energy needs while reducing its reliance on fossil fuels. This is Hinckley Point C, a mega project that's pushing the boundaries of nuclear engineering and safety. Hinckley Point C is a mammoth undertaking comprising 2 new nuclear reactors with a combined capacity of 3,200 megawatts. When completed, it will be capable of generating about 7% of the UK's electricity, enough to power around 6 million homes. The project represents a significant investment in the UK's energy infrastructure, with a total cost estimated at around $20 billion. Building a nuclear power plant of this scale is a complex and challenging endeavor. The reactors at Hinckley Point C are of the European Pressurized Reactor (EPR) design, a third-generation pressurized water reactor technology known for its advanced safety features and efficiency. The construction process involves a staggering amount of materials, including 3 million tons of concrete and 230,000 tons of steel. Safety is paramount in any nuclear project, and Hinckley Point C is no exception. The plant incorporates a host of safety measures designed to prevent accidents and mitigate their consequences. These include a double-walled containment structure to prevent the release of radioactive materials, a core catcher to contain molten fuel in the event of a meltdown, and multiple redundant cooling systems to ensure the reactors can be safely shut down in an emergency. Despite these safety features, the project has faced its share of controversies and challenges. Some have raised concerns about the involvement of Chinese state-owned companies in such a critical infrastructure project, citing potential security risks. Others have questioned the economic viability of the plant, particularly in light of the falling costs of renewable energy technologies like wind and solar. Nonetheless, proponents argue that nuclear power has a critical role to play in the transition to a low-carbon future. Unlike intermittent renewables, nuclear plants can provide a steady, reliable baseload of electricity, helping to balance the grid and ensure a stable power supply. And with advanced reactor designs like the EPR, the safety and efficiency of nuclear power continue to improve. Lusail City. On the shores of Qatar, a new city is rising from the sands. Lusail City, a pioneering development that aims to set new standards for sustainable urban living in the 21st century. Spanning an area of 38 square kilometers, Lusail City is a massive undertaking that encompasses residential areas, commercial districts, marinas, luxury shopping, and entertainment venues. At the heart of the city lies the Lusail Iconic Stadium, a state-of-the-art venue, but Lusail City is more than just a showcase for Qatar's ambitions. It's a testbed for innovative urban planning and green architecture principles designed to create a more livable, sustainable city. The development incorporates a host of eco-friendly features, from energy-efficient buildings to extensive green spaces and a comprehensive water conservation system. One of the key principles guiding the design of Lusail City is walkability. The city is planned around a series of compact, pedestrian-friendly neighborhoods, each with its own mix of residential, commercial, and recreational spaces. An extensive network of shaded walkways, bike paths, and public transit connections makes it easy to navigate the city without relying on cars. The buildings in Lusail City are designed to minimize their environmental impact. Many incorporate green roofs and walls to reduce heat gain, while others feature advanced insulation and energy-efficient lighting and cooling systems. The city also makes extensive use of solar power, with photovoltaic panels integrated into building facades and public spaces. Water conservation is another critical aspect of Lusail City's sustainability strategy. The city features an advanced wastewater treatment system that recycles water for irrigation and other non-potable uses. Landscaping throughout the city prioritizes drought-resistant native plants, while smart irrigation systems help to minimize water waste. Beyond its environmental features, Lusail City is also designed to foster a sense of community and social cohesion. The city's neighborhoods are planned around central public spaces, such as parks, plazas, and community centers that encourage interaction and engagement among residents. A rich mix of cultural and recreational amenities from museums and beaches helps to create a vibrant, livable urban environment. As Lusail City takes shape on the Qatari coast, it offers a glimpse of what the sustainable cities of the future might look like. Of course, building a sustainable city from scratch is no easy feat, and Lusail City has faced its share of challenges and criticisms. Some have questioned the environmental impact of constructing such a massive development in a fragile desert ecosystem, while others have raised concerns about labor practices and human rights issues during the construction process. Nonetheless, as a model for sustainable urban planning and design, Lusail City represents an important step forward. South to North Water Diversion. The South to North Water Diversion project is a colossal engineering endeavor that aims to address the country's severe water scarcity issues by redirecting water from the humid south to the arid northern regions. China's water resources are unevenly distributed, with the southern regions enjoying abundant rainfall while the north faces chronic water shortages. The South to North Water Diversion project seeks to redress this imbalance by constructing 3 massive canals that will divert water from the Yangtze River Basin to the Yellow River Basin and the cities of Beijing and Tianjin. The project, first conceived in the 1950s, is divided into 3 routes: the eastern route, the central route, and the western route. The eastern route, completed in 2013, diverts water from the lower reaches of the Yangtze River to the northern provinces of Shandong and Hebei. The central route, partially completed in 2014, diverts water from the Danjiangkou Reservoir on the Han River to Beijing and other northern cities. The western route, still in the planning stages, will divert water from the upper reaches of the Yangtze to the Yellow River. The scale of the project is staggering. The 3 routes combined will stretch over 4,350 kilometers and involve the construction of numerous canals, tunnels, and pumping stations. The project is expected to divert 44.8 billion cubic meters of water annually, enough to fill over 17 million Olympic-sized swimming pools. The engineering challenges involved in the project are immense. The central route alone required the construction of a 1,132-kilometer canal that crosses the Yellow River twice and includes a 7.2-kilometer tunnel under the river. The project also involved the relocation of over 330,000 people to make way for the Danjiangkou Reservoir expansion. The environmental impact of the project has also been a subject of concern. Critics argue that the massive diversion of water could disrupt the delicate ecosystems of the Yangtze and Han rivers, affecting fish populations and biodiversity. There are also concerns about the potential for increased pollution and salinity in the receiving water bodies. Despite these challenges, the South to North Water Diversion Project represents a critical step in addressing China's water scarcity crisis. The northern regions of China, home to over half the country's population and much of its agricultural land, have been grappling with severe water shortages for decades. The project has the potential to alleviate these shortages and support the continued growth and development of the region. As the South to North Water Diversion Project progresses, it offers a glimpse into the scale and complexity of the engineering solutions required to address the global water crisis. With population growth and climate change putting increasing pressure on the world's water resources, projects like this may become increasingly necessary to ensure the sustainability and resilience of our communities and ecosystems. Of course, engineering alone cannot solve the world's water challenges. Sustainable water management will require a multifaceted approach that includes conservation, efficiency, and equitable distribution. But as the South to North Water Diversion Project demonstrates, bold and visionary engineering can play a critical role in reshaping our water infrastructure for the challenges of the 21st century.